Hi everyone, this is Ms. DeLu, and this video is an introduction to changes through self-expression. This is for your language and literature class for 7th grade, and it is Unit 2. You will need to have this document open in another tab so that you can complete the areas that say response as you are listening and watching the video. Let's get started. Our statement of inquiry for this unit is, changes in philosophies can be implemented through self-expression. On your document, I want you to answer the question, what do you think this statement means? Try to rewrite this statement in your own words. To better understand the statement of inquiry, we're going to look at some definitions. The first definition is for philosophy. Philosophy is a way of thinking about life, the world, universe, and/or society. It could also maybe be expressed as someone's perspective on life, the world, universe, and society. Second is the word implement. This is a verb, and it means to carry out or accomplish. The third word is self-expression. Self-expression is the expression of a person's thoughts, opinions, or ideas. It can be through an action like writing, speaking, dance, and/or other forms of art. In our case, for our unit, it will be more about some sort of action or one or more actions. Now let's take those vocabulary words and put them into practice. I want you to answer this first question. What is the philosophy regarding choice of the community in the giver? So when you think about the giver, how did they feel about choice? Did they feel that it was good for their community members to have choice? Or was their philosophy that choice would cause too much harm? Number 2, what was Jonas's philosophy regarding choice by the end of the book? So, did Jonas think that everyone should have choice, that that was an important part of life? Or did Jonas agree with the chief elder that it causes too much harm to have choice? And number 3, what action or self-expression did Jonas implement to help the community change their philosophy? So what did Jonas do that made it so that his community had to embrace choice? What was his action? Now I want you to look at the inquiry questions. Think about these questions as we go through the unit. Factual. What are some different philosophies on life? So try to think about what are some ways that people view the world. Conceptual questions. How do people develop a philosophy on life? Why is self-expression important? And for these, remember, you're just doing your best to respond to these, and then we'll come back and review them as we go along with the unit. And debatable question. How can an individual influence other people to change their philosophy? As we do this unit, we'll be focusing on 2 different learner profiles. The first one is knowledgeable. We explore concepts, ideas, and issues that have local and global significance. We acquire in-depth knowledge through a range of disciplines. And the second learner profile is reflective. Reflective means we give thoughtful consideration to our own learning and experience. We are able to assess and understand our strengths and limitations in order to support our development. I want you to highlight which one of these profiles you think that you could improve on. As we are working through the unit, we're always working toward our summative assessment. So let's review what the end product will look like. The goal is to show your understanding of how changes in philosophies can be implemented through self-expression. The role: you are a TED Talk presenter who is an expert on a notable public figure who has implemented change through self-expression. TED Talks, if you don't already know what that is a forum that is used around the world where people present to audiences information about, they're like an expert on their topic, and people come to listen to them speak. The audience, your audience is the TED audience. And the situation is you find yourself in is that you've been asked to do a presentation for a TED Talk that is focused on people who have implemented change through self-expression. And the final product will be researched and cited TED Talk presentation in the form of a Powtoon video that justifies how a historical figure has changed a philosophy in his or her culture through self-expression. This is the grading criteria. You will have 3 different criterion. One will be organizing, another one will be producing text, and the third will be using language. As we're working through the unit, we'll be working on skills to help us do the following. Use referencing and formatting tools to create a presentation style suitable to the context and intention. This is where you're going to create a citation to use in a bibliography. The second one, with producing text, we will be working on making stylistic choices in terms of linguistic, literary, and visual devices, demonstrating awareness of impact on an audience, and we'll be selecting relevant details and examples to develop ideas. And for using language, we will expect you to spell, write, and pronounce with accuracy. All right, we hope you enjoyed this unit while you learn about how changes in philosophies can be implemented through self-expression.